Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's Brandy from ToriandI.com. Thought I'd throw down on this Sunday my well-worn table and some shrubbery. Alright, Taurus. Taurus, what's the theme, Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I got that for myself. Initiation of the Count Saint Germain, number 14. And the Ark of the Covenant, number 11. Let's see. It's like these guys are waiting. It almost reminds me of like the wise men. Like they're waiting on the third wise man because there's only two of them there. You know what I mean? And they've gotten their orders since this come out first. Like we're taking our orders from the divine. I know this is like alchemy and initiation into the higher like realm. Like a profound like spiritual step up. And it's, I want to say like rewiring your brain into mastery, right? Because our brain and our subconscious listen to like the fear and the anxiety all the time and stop us from doing a lot of things. And this is like, I promise you, this is a divine promise being passed over here. Again, like maybe you're getting spiritual downloads, or maybe you're really looking at yourself of like past habits so you can stop that. So you can really get a higher perspective of your life. Like being very honest, very vulnerable with yourself. I actually just had a moment like that this morning. I am so busy. It's a good busy, but I am so busy. I haven't been able to sit with myself for 5 minutes and let things flow through. And I have been lately, right? I don't care what's going on. I've promised that to myself. And I was able to see where my ego, and it was an ego thing, kept me from being able to get the things accomplished that I needed to get accomplished. And I'm able to look at that as a higher perspective, as like taking myself out of the equation, if you understand what I mean. And that's protection. That's a connection to your higher self, a consciousness. It's a mission. And it's a spiritual process. It's trust. It's truth. Yeah. This is like making a promise to yourself for a higher purpose. Maybe you've been on autopilot and we're all trying to get out of autopilot, Taurus. Like a lot of inner work, a lot of shadow work, really having these breakthroughs and kind of leading, like maybe you haven't been such a leader of your life lately and you've just taken a back seat, but now you are stepping more back into the leadership role. Like I understand, I know what the assignment is now, you know. Maybe you thought you didn't have people who would support you, and you actually do. You just been looking to the wrong people. See, I have the Fool reversed. The Four of Swords in the upright. Right. This is not acting yet. Like this is saying do not act just yet. We have more downloads. We have more downloads that we need to take into account. We need rest still. Right? The Knight of Wands, and then it's go time. And then it's go time. The Tower reversed. Okay, that's the outcome. I kind of want this here. Sometimes we don't do things. Right. So you don't want to be reckless. You want to know the entirety of the message or what you're supposed to do, right? And that would be, you don't want to take a risk. Even though you're getting these downloads, which would be the ego, which would be that mindset that we'll fail, we'll fall on our ass, and we won't, right? That is the rewiring of the brain. Need to take time to meditate, to rewire the brain, to tell it what it needs to do. Tell the subconscious before you go to sleep, you know? And so you can really assess, like, you know, I've been here before. I didn't fall on my ass, and it's all of our failures that lead to the success. You know what I'm saying? It really is. And maybe, like, I just keep looking at this whole leg in this foot. It's not entirely healed yet, whatever that means. For this journey, it's not entirely healed. Some people could have 4 days. Some people could have 4 months. Some people could have 4 weeks left, you know? And this is just, there's a little bit of uncertainty because of that. And this is reflection and meditation. So you can have slow progress. Like, we're not trying to rush into the unknown, right? And that's at the base of this tower, like the whole tower. It's taking down the whole tower, clearing the site. You know what I mean? Clearing the site to start over. I want to see if, like, yes, it's got cracks and stuff, but like that whole base. It's the whole base. And it's almost like this Knight of Wands is just picturesque. Like, he stopped. He's gotten into the position, but he's not really moving. Like, for someone to snap it. You know? And there's chaos. There's always going to be chaos when change is here. There's always going to be, you just don't want to be hasty. You want progress. You don't want unnecessary, like, I don't know. You don't want to repeat feeling like you are out of options when they're trying to give you the divine message where you make a hasty decision out of fear of fight or flight. There you go. Thank you, Spirit. Out of fight or flight. You don't want that. So you're trying to have a higher perspective right now, Taurus. Of Aquarius, if I know, like, right, we're getting downloads, we're doing things. We know we don't want to repeat these life debts. There it is. We don't want these life debts. We don't want to keep racking them up. We don't want to keep, I think the last Earth signs video or something like that, maybe even Taurus, that may have been in my shorts. We were literally getting rid of our life debts. Like, we were closing them out. We were starting to see, like, what happened. You know what I mean? Things coming back around and us not being so stubborn and hard-headed where we kept repeating these patterns. We're starting to see them even if we were reluctant to it at first. You know, we are the reason. We chose, whether we want to say someone else did it to us or not, we did allow those people into our lives, right? It's about the lessons. It is bringing out the gifts, the spiritual gifts, the born gifts when we can realize this. But it is very dramatic. There is a lot of change. A lot of things that maybe we counted on. Closing, the people we thought we liked, closing. You know, setting down a real foundation. Like I said, that the tower is at the base. We have to get rid of that. There's no more winging it. It is going to take several tries to stand back on our feet, you know. But that is us building the foundation for our life instead of doing fight or flight all the time. To evaluate certain aspects of our life, to realize, like, there's not a connection there. It's time to move on. We're going to be stronger this way. It's time for our next venture in our life, you know. And Spirit's trying to say, hey, there is a better way over here. Like, there's a better way, so just take a minute, get your downloads, Stop letting fear and anxiety dictate what that is, because you are strong. You are able to see things other people can't, you know? Yeah. This is about standing alone. Like, in how well you master, like, the new ideas, the new approach, the new perspective. It's like things you have to take apart is more like an art form to a Taurus. We actually like doing that so we can put it back different, different mind. We don't really like to hold like-minded things. We like people who are grounded. We like people who are eccentric but have a head on their shoulders. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to put that. That's what we like. And this is from now, and just because I have this, for some, that's going into the new year. Okay? That is definitely the new year. That is how long it's taking us to get a new perspective, set down a new foundation, master a lot of new things, and take these confident steps forward. Maybe you're writing a book. Maybe you're creating a screenplay. Maybe you're doing some art. There's Odin. He gets upset when he can't get in. Baby, you're all right. He says, oh, yeah, that's what they've done. Welcome to humane work. 9 of Wands. See, this is like he's standing in the background, and you're still in the background, but you will be taking the leadership. Yeah, again. 6 of Swords. That's soon. You just know you have to take a back seat right now. It's not time to plunge so you can have something new. That could be, new relationship, leaving the old one, new friends, celebrating. You're in the shadows right now. You have to deal with your own mindset. You have to come to terms with things that just haven't worked out, people that haven't worked out, ventures that haven't worked out, and get these spiritual downloads. Do a little bit of spiritual practice. By God, though, we're on it, friends. We're on it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. You can go to toriandI.com, check that out, and I'll catch you later.